the review, and if you didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next 2 episodes of Season 3 of Phineas and Ferb. And this is another good one, and it starts with Stacy running over to Phineas and Ferb in Candace's house because there's an emergency, and yeah, Candace's hair, though, because she was trying to watch this video of being able to do her hair, and yeah, it is a mess. And yeah, she gets to help with Phineas and Ferb, and yeah, she has to sit there for a few minutes, 30 so minutes, for it to be done. But Candace gets a call from Jeremy saying that he's going to pick her up at 10 minutes, or in 10 minutes, and yeah, they're going to have to mess with the machine, even though Phineas and Ferb, or Phineas did mention that, shouldn't rush it. And it does look good, though. Her hair does look good. But you know that something's going to go wrong, though. And then Perry gets trapped in an organ, and Doofenshmirtz shows this innator of pretty much using his old different innators. And yeah, Candace goes with Jeremy and sees Mrs. Johnson as well. And yeah, Candace is starting to grow hair everywhere. And yeah, even screaming when she sees from the spoon. And yeah, it's just continuing to grow while she's trying to hide. And yeah, she is mistaken. Candace is then mistaken by Jeremy's mom as a loose orangutan. And yeah, trying to get it. Trying to get Candace because, again, Candace is mistaken. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz going into this picnic basket, getting some different food, and we see animal control, which he tries to shoot it, and he ends up knocking himself out to sleep. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz getting some honey, and Perry spills it all over him after hitting him. And Phineas and Ferb blow all the hair off of Candace, making her back to normal, and all the hair ends up going on top of Doofenshmirtz, or on into Doofenshmirtz, because he had honey all over him. And yeah, Jeremy's mom shoots Doofenshmirtz instead, and Candace catches him, and yeah, they take him out to pretty much back to the jungle. And he says that he's going to lose consciousness, so he's just singing before he does, and then he just loses consciousness because of the tranquilizer. Yeah, a really funny one. Now we go to the next one, which is also another good one, and it starts with Candace getting ready for this tiny cowboy concert, and her mom is going to be one of the judges at this Meatloaf festival. Yeah, a whole festival with Meatloaf. And yeah, Buford and Balzate run over to Phineas and Ferb because of what Buford did. He was jumping on the trampoline, or not trampoline, on the bouncy house, and managed to pop it. So Phineas actually got an idea of actually making a bouncy house for no matter how big you are. No matter if you're a bigger kid or a smaller kid, you can be able to bounce in it. And that's actually a really good idea. I'm surprised there's really nothing like that, though. Or, you wouldn't say anything like that. Because, most bouncy houses would be restricted to, it just depends how big or how small you are. Right. At least you would say some of those. At least most of them that I've seen, they would of course have signs, or, be told as well. But yeah, good idea. And then we see Perry over at Monogram saying that he's buying some, some unexpected stuff that you wouldn't really see Doofenshmirtz get. And yeah, we see the bouncy house, which is really cool. And yeah, we see these different meatloaf things. Some of these sound disgusting, like 29 flavors meatloaf ice cream. Yeah, like that that does not sound right. And saying this meatloaf Ferris wheel. Again, I mean it is called a meatloaf festival, so you can expect everything to be meatloaf. And yeah, we see this weird looking bird that looks just like Doofenshmirtz when Doofenshmirtz traps Perry and showing him about this recipe that was passed on to different relatives of his family, even to his mom, even to Roger. And he decides to use this innator to rot all the other, make moldy all of the other meatloafs in the festival. And yeah, the bouncy house ends up floating, and we see all the different rooms, which, again, looks absolutely fun as well. I'd like to bounce in a bouncy house like this. And Candace is with Stacy at this bedding because she wants this tiny cowboy bobblehead at this bedding. And she, of course, sees Phineas and Ferb, and she's having to go after them. And yeah, Perry ends up escaping and causing Doofenshmirtz to hit the trap instead, and Doofenshmirtz getting hit while Perry's fighting. And yeah, the innator just keeps zapping different things, like these cucumbers being pickles, and then this milk being very disgusting like. And yeah, Candace ending up falling into this food, and yeah, Doofenshmirtz even hits his own meatloaf, and Perry puts it in a blender, and the innator into a blender, and yeah, Candace's mom and the other judge sees the meatloaf and puts Doofenshmirtz disqualified. And why would he eat the meatloaf? Yeah, he eats the meatloaf. Doofenshmirtz then gets the fork and says, it can't be all that bad. And then he eats it, and yeah, why would you eat something like that? It's like SpongeBob eating that Krabby Patty that made him hallucinate cuddly hugs, right? Or Patrick eating that expired milk on Have You Seen the Snail? Again, why would you eat it? And of course he's like, I'm probably gonna need an ambulance. Like, of course, because you ate something that is moldy, or that got turned moldy. What would you expect? And yeah, Buford actually brings the bouncy house over to the little kids that he popped the other bouncy house with. And of course he gets a needle and pops it. Yeah, and the kids chase him again. And yeah, Candace goes over to her mom, and yeah, she actually sees the tiny cowboys that's actually at the Meatloaf Festival, and the tiny cowboy guys are offering some meatloaf to Candace, and she gets brought up on stage as well, and Stacy dancing along with them, and yeah, Buford getting consequences by having to fix up the bouncy house, and yeah, Doofenshmirtz being transported to the hospital. Because again, him eating that moldy meatloaf. But yeah, another good episodes. I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments below. See you next.